What would you tell a 20-year-old who wants to become a millionaire? They ask you, Barbara, what's the fastest way to become a millionaire?
I'd say take the money out of the equation and focus on one thing only. Try to find something you do very, very well. And then practice the hell out of it until you become very, very, very good at it. And then you don't have competition. You're going to be the top of your heap, whatever that heap is. And money automatically comes with being the top.
Money, 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 always sunny in a rich man's world. Hi guys, welcome back to Claire Monica Talks. I'm your host Claire Monica and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about everything money, everything finances, and everything wealth 101. You need to learn the ways of the rich to become rich, okay? Money is not just income, it's a mindset, it's access, it's standards. If you think like you're poor, you'll always stay limited. If you think it's scarcity, you'll always be in need or lack, even when the opportunity to rise presents itself. The rich move intentionally, and I'm not talking about just people with money. I'm talking about real wealth that gets passed on to generations. They network differently, they negotiate differently, they socialize differently, they think long term. They don't act with emotion in the moment. They build, they stack habits. And most people are too distracted by aesthetics, they're too distracted by being or looking impressive instead of actually being impressive. And this video we're going to unpack ways to actually be impressive, actually be rich, be wealthy by studying strategy and not just aesthetics, because anyone can take a pretty picture, anyone can dress up, anyone can be flashy, but not anyone can just have that effortless wealth. And wealth comes way before the tangible money, just to FYI, because there's plenty of people with money out there that are nowhere close to the rich or wealth mentality. There's plenty of people out there who win the lottery and by the next week they're even in more debt than they were before they got that lottery money, and that's based on deep identity. So yes, this video is all about learning the patterns, the behaviors, and the mentality of wealth. So stop playing small financially. It is time to grow, okay? Whether that's your business, your career, your side ventures, we're getting into it today. So make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you till the end.
The ways of the rich. Say it with me. Proximity, proximity, proximity. Or should we say proximity, environment, and social circle? Yeah, I think I like the way that sounds. If you're the most successful person in the group of friends in your social circle, then honey, you're in the wrong group. You should never want to be the most successful person in your group, because that means you have no access. You want to have friends in higher places, and you want to be around a group of successful individuals. When it comes to rich people, I see that it's all about proximity, your environment, and your social circle. These three things make a huge difference when it comes to rich people. Rich people are all about access. And if you don't have access, honey, you're not going to be a rich person. Around rich people, always ask a lot of questions. I mean, don't ask so many questions that they feel like you're annoying, but rich people love to help people understand how to get out there and create businesses and how they can get more bang for their buck. One of my biggest tips is learn from successful rich people. Try your best to work on your jealousy, your envy, your greed, and learn from them instead of being jealous of them. If you want to start being welcome in those type of circles around the rich folks, you're going to have to start paying attention to their mannerisms and the lingo. You want to move like a rich person. You want to think like a rich person. Damn, you want to dress like a rich person. You need to start becoming more comfortable being around those type of people so that you can have access to be in those places. One of the biggest things that I noticed about rich people is they have a risk mentality. They don't have a lack mindset. They have an abundance mindset. And they are more likely to take risks, but calculated risks, and they make risks that gives them more return on their investment. If you want to think more like a rich person, work with the mindset first and start doing everything else after.
There's only one reason you're still broke. And it's not because you spend too much, and it's not because you don't make enough. It's because you have to feel rich before you are rich. Rich is a mindset. You have to become rich mentally before you can become rich physically. How am I gonna do that? Copy kids. A child will open their arm and say, "Wee, I'm in a spaceship," when it's obvious they're in the living room. So I'm rich, when it's obvious you're late on all your bills and you don't know how you're going to pay them, but who cares? Because I'm rich. Number one, stop saying you're broke. Number two, stop worrying about how you're going to become rich. That's not your problem. You are just going to know that I am rich, and the universe will align you with riches. And if you're thinking, knowing I'm rich mentally doesn't pay my bills physically, well, knowing you're broke mentally doesn't pay your bills physically either. You have been saying and believing you're broke, and you're broke. So now try saying and believing you're rich. Comment, I'm rich.
If you're behind on this information, you're going to fall very far behind in life in the next 3 years. So listen up. You literally have 3 years to make as much money as possible and secure your future, because the AI revolution that has started, that we are in, is going to change the world more than the Industrial Revolution changed the world back then. There will be more 9-to-5 jobs lost than probably in history. And Forbes literally said a strong personal brand will not be replaced by AI. So right now, your high income skill to protect you, your asset, is actually you being able to create a personal brand on your phone. I made $2 million in revenue in 17 months because I grew a following and sold a digital asset. A digital asset can be a course, an ebook, it can even be like a voice recording of some sort. It's something you can sell digitally. I grew 0 to over 1 million followers and made $2 million in revenue, and I'm going to teach you how to do the exact same thing, even if you have no niche, no following, and no idea, for free on a masterclass August 21st. So DM me Legacy to save your seat. Okay. This is real information. This is the most dire information. We are in a revolutionary time. This is your asset. Toodles.
To be in the top 1%. Now that would be something, wouldn't it? So here are 10 pointers if you want to be in the top 1%. Now the top 1% don't quit, they adjust. They adapt and they keep going. They accept the fact that pain is the price they have to pay to be in that 1%. And the problem is, nearly everyone can't or won't pay that price. So here are the 10 pointers. 1, the trick isn't to get away from the pain. The trick is to find something so important that the pain doesn't matter at all. 2, it's okay to fail, but it's not okay to fail the same way twice. 3, don't avoid making mistakes. Just make mistakes that you can learn from. 4, don't wait for years for something extraordinary to happen. Nothing extraordinary will happen unless you cause it. 5, when you believe you don't have enough time to change your life, that isn't true. It's not time, it's focus that you lack. 6, most of your doubts are imaginary. Most of the things you don't believe you can do are self-imposed. They're in your imagination. 7, most of your excuses are in fact a load of rubbish. 8, there are 3 things. 1, show up on time. In other words, never be late. 2, do what you say you're going to do. 3, and very importantly, you need to care. 9, just think on this. If it was easy, it wouldn't be worth having. Okay, I'm putting in at number 10. You're already in that 1% because you're looking and you're wanting and you're trying. That's why you're watching this video. So you're already ahead of 99% of everybody else. So stick at it. Keep going. Nice to talk to you.
My name's Blair, I'm a millionaire at 26, and these are the 3 things you absolutely must do if you want to become wealthy. The first thing you must do is master the 1% mindset. 1% mindset is I can, I will, I do, no matter what, no matter when, no matter how. 85% of success is actually just you getting out of your own way, not making excuses, and believing in yourself enough to take action. 2, you must rewire your entire beliefs around money. A lot of people think that it is bad to have money. Money is evil. If your subconscious believes that money is bad, if you try and go towards it, your subconscious will pull you back. That is literally literally your subconscious trying to protect you. Second layer of rewiring your beliefs around money involves something called ROI. If you constantly view money as a finite resource instead of a tool that you can use to bring you back more money, you will always stick with the same amount of money. Imagine you have an apartment that's $400 over budget and you're thinking, well, I can't afford $400. Is the return on investment of me being inspired every day in that apartment going to make me more money, going to make me happier, potentially going to make me want to work harder for my dreams? Then it would actually do you better to spend that money because the ROI would be higher than not. AKA, do not be cheap with yourself or expect a cheap life. Last thing you absolutely must do if you want to be successful in 2025 is utilize AI to make you rich. I became a millionaire without AI by monetizing a skill I had in a digital asset and growing a personal brand around it. But now with AI, you don't even need to be 100% a master to teach anything ever or create a digital asset, and you can create it in literally an hour. And creating a personal brand, aka the way you sell it, is actually safer than going to college right now. Forbes literally posted that a personal brand can never be replaced by AI. 9-to-5 jobs will. And I want to show you how to do this for free on a masterclass August 21st. Even if you have no following, no idea, no niche, and no tech skills, DM me Legacy to join. Toodles.
Do you want to be a millionaire? That was my video 2 days ago, and if you haven't watched it, I urge you to. I gave 3 tips. Today I want to clarify the first tip. Tip is don't count your money. You can have an approximation of what you have in your pocket, in your bank, but don't give it a specific number. Don't hyper-focus on it. The idea is to let the money flow. When you give an exact number, the rigidity of it is capping the flow. Got a lot of comments like, but what about budget, planning, retirement? Yes, you can work, I work, you can budget, you can plan, but there's a whole other side. Not only do you need to be aware of, it has to be part of the equation. I have a dog, her name is Luna. Luna, say hi. I got her these peanut butter bones from Amazon. They came in, they were a lot bigger than I expected. So I decided to give them to her once every other day, not every day. Then I read the packaging and it says to give it once a week only. So I immediately stopped. After 10 days, I gave her 1, but this time she didn't eat it. She became fiercely possessive, was trying to control it. No one could get near her if she had that bone. I decided I needed to take the bone away. As soon as she'd go on her walk with my kids, I would just take it away and throw it. So I consulted a vet. I didn't know what to do. What I had to do was desensitize her to the bone. So literally with oven mitts, because I was even afraid that she would hurt me, I would go towards her, pat her, and then slowly take the bone away and then slowly get back. At first she was very aggressive. Eventually she calmed down. Yesterday I went inside my son's room and the bone was just there by itself. She saw me go in there. She didn't run after me. She didn't go inside before me to get it. I was amazed. My immediate reaction was to just take the bone and throw it once and for all. But then I thought of it and I said, we finally got to a point where she doesn't feel like she needs to guard it 24/7. I owe it to her to let her keep it. Because at that point she trusted me that even if I took it, she would get it back. This was my point with the money. We hold on to every single penny as if we can control the outcome, like the bone. When in reality, if God wants to take the bone, the money at any point or any blessing we have, he can. She thought she was so smart, hiding the bone, controlling it, not letting it out of her sight, when in reality, I could have taken the bone at any single moment. And so out of love for her, I took the time to take it away, bring it back, take it away. And God does the same thing with us. Out of love for us, he sometimes takes away money, gives us a little bit more, takes it away so that we don't get to a point where we think we can control everything. When he sees that we got to a point where we trust him, we are letting go, we're not counting the pennies, we're leaving the bone in the room, then he gives it to us. And normally will he give it to us? He'll give it to us every week. Not only will we get one blessing, we'll get another blessing and another blessing. And we can even use the money and we're still gonna get more. She could eat her bone and she's still gonna get another one next week.
In life, you do not buy things with money. You buy things with the time that it took to earn that money. So when you buy something and it's like $15, if your salary is $15 an hour, you just spend an hour of your time in order to get that one Chipotle bowl. Is that worth it? No. So let me tell you, the key to life and to earning money and being able to just spend it without even looking at your bank account or not giving a single worry about it is you need to build systems and processes that are making you money without using your time. That way you can use your time in order to do things you actually want. Like I worked my ass off for all 4 months of the summer to earn that passive income that I get paid throughout the year. Checks are just hitting my bank account from that. I also have 2 other businesses that I work on during those other 8 months that I don't work. And then today it's like, get a text, hey, want to go on a boat today? Yeah, I want to go on a boat today. And I can't because I have all of that free time. So it's like you just have to use money as a leverage of time, because money isn't the currency. Time freedom is the currency, and time freedom is what matters in your life.
Girls, at age 18 through 29, you should know these things if you want to be successful without a man, okay? Number one, stop hanging around people who do not add value into your life, okay? You know exactly who I'm talking about. Those childhood friends, college friends who only bring bad habits and waste time on things that really don't matter. Don't waste too much time also scrolling on social media. Use all that time to be productive, thinking about ways to actually better your future, find ways to make money online so that you don't have to freaking work and trade your time for money for the rest of your life, okay? For me, it was learning how to sell my own products on Amazon, and now I get to travel the world whenever I want. I get to live my dream life. I run my business from my laptop from anywhere, and that was all I ever wanted to do personally. So at the end of the day, just do not compare your day one to someone else's year one, okay? Start, focus, give it 100%, and I promise you, you will succeed. If I did it, you can definitely do it too. And if you're curious about my journey, you want to know how I started, just go here.
I'm 17 years old and I make 6 figures a year strictly online, and I'm gonna tell you guys how I do it. I wanted to talk about all my sources of income and kind of give you guys some ideas of how you can monetize yourself on the internet, because honestly, it's so much easier than people think. So my first source of income and my biggest one is my business that I run. I run it through Shopify, and I've done it for 4 years now. I have steady income there. It's called Boardwalk Beads if you want to go check it out. I'm gonna make a separate video on how to start a business and like tips that I would give anyone of any age to start a business. But other than my business, I actually do YouTube. A lot of people have this misconception that YouTube is outdated and oversaturated, but it's a search engine and you can make so much money once you get monetized. I feel like income transparency isn't a thing that really people on the internet do, and I think it's inspiring to hear about others, so I'm gonna be kind of transparent with you guys. I'm not bragging, I just wanna kind of inspire you guys to realize the opportunities that are out there. So my biggest YouTube video was a tutorial on how to make these little flower bracelets, and I think I made $7,000 in the past 2 years off that video, and it still makes money to this day. So that's the great thing about YouTube. Once you post a video, it is on the internet forever. It will make you money potentially for the rest of your life. So my second source of income is Amazon storefront, which doesn't make me a lot of money, but I'll make videos on my TikTok promoting like items that I like, and I, design my storefront the way I like it. And I mean, it's free money. If you're an influencer or you're trying to become an influencer, on storefront is a great way to make some money to like invest in your influencing stuff. You know what I mean? Third stream of income is through Depop. I sell and flip a lot of clothes that I thrift, go through clothes really fast, and I love buying clothes. So I make it my goal once a month at least to go through my closet and sell everything that I don't wear. And I make so much money off Depop, like it's a great way to reinvest into buying new things. My final source of income is a print-on-demand store that I have, which I honestly haven't put as much work into it as I wish I had, but print-on-demand is a fantastic way to make money if you are an artist, if you like designing things, or even if you don't, there are so many ways where you can make money printing on demand through Etsy and Shopify. So I can make a separate video on that if you guys want to hear about that. Cute boy just drove by me. It's really awkward. So those are my main sources of income, and I'm gonna make more in-depth videos on how to get started with business, YouTube, stuff like that. Let me know what you want to see in the comments, ask any questions, and I can make videos and I can reply and help you guys out if you need it.
I became a millionaire by age 26 and became financially free by age 30. These are 3 best tips that I can give you as a self-made multi-millionaire. Number 1, you have to live below your means and stop buying dumb shit. If you're not making over $500,000 a year, you shouldn't be driving a German car. Instead, you should be driving a Toyota or a Hyundai. Also, you shouldn't be wearing LVs, Gucci's, or Dior's. Instead, you should be wearing an H&M or Zara. Number 2, you have to find a way to make money in your sleep. If you don't do that, you're gonna have to work until you die. And the best way to create a passive income source is by investing in real estate. And no, nowadays you don't need that much capital to invest in real estate. You can start out by using a strategy called rental arbitrage. And lastly, number 3, become a contrarian. Stop following the crowd. A person who walks alone are usually the ones that go furthest in life.
I've started hanging out with rich people, and here are the 5 habits I've learned from hanging out with them. The first thing I noticed from hanging out with rich people is all of these people are hella fit. We're talking they spend at least 30 minutes in the gym every single day or doing some sort of active movement. They basically know that if they spend 30 minutes a day, that's basically free endorphins, and those chemicals can serve as brain fuel so that they can go out there and make those money moves. They also know that obviously working out is going to make you look your best, and so they just think whenever you go out and see someone, meet someone for the first time, you can tell that they take care of themselves. Number 2, they're obsessed with talking about money. I swear to you that I think that people have made it seem like talking about money is completely taboo, but I would say and argue that it's to keep the poor people poor. Rich people are constantly talking about money because they know that if other people know, hey, I'm looking to invest in XYZ location, the people that are in their network that has been thoughtfully curated will very likely know of someone else that's selling a property in that same location. One time actually I was working with a brand and I was talking to another content creator friend about how much I was getting paid for that brand deal because they reached out to her and they wanted to pay her significantly more than they were paying me already. I was able to go back to the brand and be like, hey broski, I am not accepting this deal, even though I signed the contract. I need to be paid at least this amount. And that is on money transparency, baby. The third thing I realized from hanging out with rich people is that they plan their days to a T. We're talking like if they're trying to make plans with you, they're gonna tell you that they have ability for dinner from 5 to 6:30, and at 6:30, they're gonna say, mwah, mwah, goodbye, I gotta go do something else, work on another project, meet another friend. And this isn't like them being like, oh my gosh, no, I'm too busy, blah, blah, blah. It's actually very rare for someone that's actually busy to say that they're busy, because busy people will prioritize you if they see value in you. Which that goes into the fourth thing that I've learned about hanging out with rich people is that they spend at least 30 minutes a day doing some sort of absorbing information to make themselves better people. This could be a book, a podcast, a YouTube video. They are obsessed with becoming better people, aka growth mindset, and they are humble enough to know that in order for them to grow, they have to absorb information from other sources, people that are experts in their fields. The next thing I noticed is that they're extremely private. This isn't to say that they're literally not going to tell you anything about their lives. They're going to be very mindful of trying to understand who the freak you are, kind of what do you offer to the table, because everyone that's in their lives needs to provide them value. But they also want to make sure you're not a motherfucking liability. Trust is not just for you. You have to earn it and showcase that you are capable of holding space for them and them for you. And you might be thinking, Genesis, where the frick did you find all these rich people? To be honest with you, a lot of it has to do with going to conferences that inspire you, aka I went to FinCon last year, met a bunch of people that are freaking incredible and doing their own dang thing, businesses, whatever. Hanging out with rich people has completely changed my life and has made me or allowed me to think outside the box. Like if you are within yourself and you're like, just okay, I want to accomplish XYZ thing, it's oftentimes that you're not dreaming big enough. Me hanging out with these people has made me realize, girl, like there is more in this world that you can achieve. And truthfully, the only way for you to see it is if you hang out with rich people. So those are the 5 habits. Go hang out at, I don't know, fancy hotel lobbies, or do whatever you need to do in order to surround yourself with people you want to be like. And make sure to follow, because I'm trying to make you rich, not just in your wallet, but also in your mind.
You can't have $1 million dream with minimum wage habits. How many of you have ever heard John Maxwell's rule of 5? He says, imagine that there's a tree in your backyard and you go pick up an axe, which I have, and you swing at that tree 5 times and you put the axe down. And the next day, you pick up the axe and you swing at the tree 5 times, put it down. Every single day, you swing at the tree 5 times. He said, not 500, not 50. What eventually will happen to the tree if you swing at it 5 times every single day? It's gonna fall. We don't have to debate that. There's no question about it. Find your tree. What is your dream, your goal? That if you were to do 5 simple things every day in the direction of that dream, mountains of impossible dreams would begin to fall down.
Great stuff. Wealth is not an accident. And in this 2026, it is easier than ever to make money, whether that's through digital products, making money online, stocks, crypto, whatever the case may be, starting your business, starting your brand, especially with the microwave culture that is just growing rapidly. AI, all these things, it is getting easier and easier to find ways to make money. But overall, wealth is about intentionally positioning yourself. The rich don't just work hard, they think strategically, they think long term. If you want different results, you need different standards. If you want a life you've never had, you have to do things to work towards the life you want or you've never had. You can't keep doing the same things. You can't look up to people that don't have the results. You can't keep taking financial advice from people in debt, from people who haven't even begun to build generational wealth. And remember, you are not chasing money. You're not just chasing a check. You're becoming the type of person who can hold that. You're becoming the type of woman or man who can actually, that money actually respect, to the point where you're not chasing money, but money's chasing you. And I pray that for all of you guys, all my subscribers, all the people on this channel, okay? Manifesting and praying that we'll make it millions this year, okay? Don't have to worry about the how. We just got to lay that brick a day. Even if it's just one thing, even if it's reading that new book, investing in your education, investing in your fitness, because your looks, your body, your face, your skin, your person itself is a personal brand. You as a person are a walking billboard. I saw someone say that the other day. Don't underestimate the power in working in yourself. Not only just your mind, but your physical presence, your body, your mind, your spirit. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.